Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today you are going to learn a list of English words that are often used to describe someone's personality. Let's dive in. Brave. Someone who isn't afraid of danger. Mario is a coast guard. He's very brave. His job is to rescue people. Chatty. Someone who talks a lot. Maria is a very chatty person. She's always on the phone to friends. Clever. Good at learning things. Gerard is very clever. He always gets top marks in class. Cowardly. Someone who is afraid of things, often described as a bit of a coward. Sylvia is a bit of a coward. She really hates going to the dentist. Easygoing. Someone who is easy to get along with. My husband is a very easygoing person. Friendly. Someone who is nice to other people. The people in my office are really friendly. I love working there. Funny. Used to describe someone who is amusing. Salim is very funny. He's always entertaining us with jokes and stories. Generous. Someone who shares their time or things with others. My parents are very generous. They brought me a car for my birthday. Grumpy. Bad-tempered. My boss is really grumpy. He isn't an easy person to get along with. Hardworking. Someone who works very hard. My brother is very hardworking. He hardly ever takes a day off. Honest. Someone who is truthful and who doesn't cheat or steal. Amy is a very honest. She always tells the truth. Kind. Someone who behaves in a caring way towards other people. Most of the people I have met here have been kind. Lazy. An inactive person who avoids work. Peter is very lazy. He rarely gets out of bed before mid-afternoon. Loud. Someone who talks really loudly. Rosita is really loud. When she talks, she drowns everybody else out. Lucky. Someone who often has good future. My brother is very lucky. He's always winning prizes in competitions. Mean. Mean has two meanings. The first one is someone who is a nasty person. Second one, someone who doesn't like spending money. Philip is very mean. He never pays for his share of things. Moody. Adjective used to describe someone who behaves differently every time you meet them. Nina is very moody. Yesterday she said hello. Today she just ignored me. Nasty. A mean, unpleasant person. The opposite of nice. I don't really know any nasty people. Most people I know are very nice. Neat. A person who is very tidy. My flammate, George, is very neat and well organized. His room is always tidy. Nervous. Someone who is easily startled by things. Anna is a very nervous person. She gets scared easily. Nice. Someone who is friendly and kind, the opposite of nasty. My best friend Lane is a really nice person. She's always there for me. Polite. Someone who has good manners. Abdullah is a very polite boy. He always says please and thank you. Popular. Somebody who is liked by many people. My cousin O is very popular. He has a lot of friends. Quiet. Used to describe someone who doesn't talk very much. Helena is a quiet person. She isn't very talkative. Rude. Bad-mannered and impolite person. James is a rude person. He always pushes in front of people in queues. Selfish. Used to describe someone who only thinks about themselves. Jeremy is very selfish. He never helps out with the housework. Serious. Someone who is always very sensible, the opposite of silly. Eric is a very serious person. He never joins in when we play silly games. Shy. Quiet and a little bit nervous around other people. Claire is very shy. She doesn't speak much in class. Silly. Someone who is a bit foolish or he doesn't behave in a serious way. Gina is a bit silly. She messes about in the class when she should be working. Smart has two meanings. Someone who takes a lot of care over their appearance. Anna is very smart. She is always neatly dressed. The other one, someone who is very clever. Claire is very smart. She's one of the most intelligent people I know. Stupid. This word is very negative and very impolite, sometimes used as an insult. The meaning of this word is someone who is not clever, but be careful when using this word. Using neutral adjectives to describe people is much safer. Tidy. Someone who is very neat and well organized. My sister is a very tidy person. I'm the opposite. I'm really untidy. Unlucky. Someone who often suffers from bad fortune. Sabrina is very unlucky. Things always seems to go wrong with her. Untidy. Someone who is very messy. I'm an untidy person. I always forget to put things away. Vain. Someone who is a bit too fond of their looks. This is a negative adjective. This adjective is used to describe someone's negative side. Paulina is really vain. She spends far too much time looking in the mirror. Wise. Someone with a lot of common sense and knowledge. My grandfather was a very wise man. He taught me many things. Affectionate. An affectionate person is someone who is very loving. My boyfriend is very affectionate. Aggressive. It's also a negative adjective. Someone who is physically or verbally threatening towards other people. I don't like aggressive people. I like people who are relaxed and calm. Ambitious. An adjective used to describe a person who is keen to get on in life. Tushra is very ambitious. He's hoping to be promoted soon. Anxious. Someone who worries a lot. Trisha is a very anxious person. She worries far too much about things. Artistic. Someone who is good at creative things, such as painting and drawing. Jennifer is very artistic. She's really good at drawing. Bad-tempered. Somebody who gets angry a lot. My uncle is really bad-tempered. He's always shouting at my aunt. Big-headed. Someone with a very high opinion of themselves. Simon is a bit big-headed. He thinks more of himself than others do. Boring. It's also a negative adjective, used to describe someone who is not very interesting. Anne is a bit boring. She never has anything interesting to say. Bossy. It's a mild negative adjective used to describe someone who tries to control other people. My gran is a bit bossy. She's always ordering my poor granddad about. Charismatic. Somebody who attracts other people and who is good at getting people's attention. Barack Obama is a very charismatic politician. Courageous. An adjective used to describe someone who is very brave. Abdul is a fireman. He's very courageous. He rescues people from fire. Dependable. An adjective used to describe someone who is very reliable. Ruth is very dependable. She always keeps her promises. Dim. It's a negative insulting adjective used to describe someone who is not very intelligent. And be careful when you're using this word. Extroverted. Someone who is very outgoing. David is very extroverted. He's always the life and soul of the party. Egotistical. It's also a negative adjective used for describing someone who acts as if they are more important than others. Simon is a bit egotistical. He tends to look down on people. Impulsive. An adjective used to describe someone who acts before thinking. Luca can be a bit impulsive. He doesn't always think before he acts. Intelligent. Someone who is very clever. Stephen Hawking was a very intelligent man. Introverted. Someone who is quiet and shy, opposite of extroverted. Mira is a quite introverted. She doesn't really enjoy parties. Industrious. Very hardworking. Sergio is very industrious. He works really hard at his job. Joyful. Very happy. I'm in a joyful mood today. Life is good at the moment. Reliable. Someone who can depend upon. Jerry is very reliable. You can always depend on him to keep his promises. Sociable. Someone who enjoys mixing with people. Donata is very sociable. She has a lot of friends. Symptomatic. Someone who offers a friendly ear to people with problems. Will is a very symptomatic person. He's also a really good listener. Active. A person who likes to play sport or to do physical things. Peter is a very active person. Bright. A person who is intelligent. Amy is a bright student in the class. Cunning. The people who use their intelligence secretly or mysteriously to get what they want. Gerard is a very cunning person. Be careful when you associate him. Generous. The person who likes to give to help others. Amy is a very generous girl. I like her a lot. Jealous. This is also a negative adjective and used to describe a person who wants what other people have and doesn't like others to succeed. Jessica is a very jealousy girl. She doesn't want others to succeed. Imaginative. A person who has a good imagination. Peter is imaginative. That's why he's good at creative arts. Optimistic. A person who is positive and positive about the future. Nina is an optimistic girl. She has a good vision. Pessimistic. A person who is negative and thinks things will end badly. The opposite of optimistic. Eric seems born pessimistic. He always says bad things before starting work. Violent. It's also a negative adjective and a person who is aggressive. She will hurt you. She's violent, so be careful. Youthful. A person is young at heart. Jennifer is 56 years old, but still she's youthful. Upbeat. A person who is positive and in a good mood. Jack is always upbeat. Thoughtful. A person who always carefully thinks about other people and how to help them. Camilla is a thoughtful woman. That's why she's doing volunteer works. Wonderful. Person who is great. Joseph is a wonderful man that I have ever met. Sensible. A person who has a good common sense and judgment. Our English teacher is very sensible.